Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. I had an awesome weekend. Got some work done and everything. So anyway, good morning, Leroy. Thanks for jumping on this morning. Welcome to another episode of If You Woke Up, You're Winning. My name is Pinique Singleton from connectwithpinique.com. Thank you all for hanging out this morning. Good morning, Lynn. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to get right into the content here. You know, over the weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a conference. It was here in North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, called the Water Walkers Conference 2017. And in that conference, there were so many great speakers that shared so much great information. So I kept hearing different things, and I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about that on Monday morning. And obviously, there were so many things. I've got a notebook full of notes, and obviously can't talk about everything. But the topic that I chose to actually discuss with you all this morning is the topic of knowing what you're worth. Okay, knowing what you're worth. Because a lot of us don't know what we're worth. Okay, and so we had this speaker, awesome speaker, this gentleman named Kaplan Mowbray. Actually bought his book. Great speaker. He talked about knowing your worth. And, you know, of course, I'm going to share this with you, some of the things that he shared. And then, of course, you know, I had to go back and think about it and you know, add my own examples and whatnot into this message, of course, right? So let me go ahead and get this thing started. I know it's Monday. You guys are busy. So you got to know what you're worth, right? Because if you don't know what you're worth, and yeah, I wrote down some notes. Lately, I've been trying to go kind of without notes, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because I feel like this is such an important topic this morning. All right. So if you don't know what you're worth, then other people don't know what you're worth, right? Do you guys agree with that? Drop a comment if you agree. If you don't know what you're worth, then other people don't know what you're worth. And if other people don't know what you're worth, they're not going to treat you like you're worth that. Does that make sense? You know, it's kind of like if you have something, you know, when you have something that's more expensive, you know, that you paid a little bit more money for, you treat it different, right? So like if I had like, I don't know, a pair of shoes, like some Jordans or something, right? $200 pair of shoes versus like a pair of shoes I got from, let's say, Payless. And I'm not saying anything if your shoes are from Payless. I don't really care where your shoes are from, but I'm just using this as an example because of the price difference, right? So if I had a pair of Jordans and I had a pair of shoes from, say, Payless, I'm going to treat those Jordans a little bit better, probably a lot better, because I know how much they're worth, right? I know how much I paid for them, and I know how much they're worth, so I'm going to take better care of them, right? The ones that I didn't pay as much for, whatever. If I step in the mud or something like that, who cares? You know, I may not walk around the mud puddle. I might just walk through it because I don't feel like they're worth as much, so I don't treat them like they're as much. Are y'all listening to me this morning? So same thing with you. If you don't know how much you're worth, then you allow people to treat you any kind of way, right? Because you don't realize that you're valuable, okay? But if you don't know you're valuable, then you allow people to treat you like you're invaluable, right? You become unwanted. You become unneeded. You become unnecessary, right? So you can't allow yourself to be invaluable. You got to know what you're worth so you can command others to treat you such as that. Right? So that's the thing, like the example we were talking about with the shoes. If I let you borrow the Jordans and I see you about to run through that mud puddle, I'm going to say, wait, you know those are Jordans, right? They cost $200. I need you to walk around. You understand what I'm saying? So next thing, also when you're valuable, you make it known because you contribute, right? You got to bring something to the table. Okay? You got to bring something to the table. So an example of this is, you know, when you have a dinner party and everybody's supposed to bring something. And if you come in and you didn't bring anything, we're looking at you sideways because you're sitting at this table and you were supposed to contribute to the meal, but you didn't, yet you're here to eat, right? You're here to eat, but you didn't bring anything, right? You're the only one that didn't bring a dish to the dinner. So let's flip that. In life, you got to contribute, because if you're sitting at the table and you didn't bring anything, you're just taking up space. And guess what? Somebody else wants your seat. Okay? Somebody else wants your seat. And if you don't know what you're worth, they're going to come by and they're going to say, excuse me, can you move out the way so I can sit down? And you're going to move because you don't realize that you do have something to bring to the table. You do have something to contribute because you are worth something. You are valuable. Is this helping somebody this morning? Let me see some likes. Let me see some hearts. Drop a comment. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys, and he shared 3 things that you should always ask yourself when you walk into a room. And I thought this was so good. He said, when you walk into a room, you should ask yourself, number 1, why am I here? Right? Why am I here? Number 2, you should ask yourself, what will I contribute? Right? What will I contribute to this setting here? Just like we just talked about with the table. And number 3, you should ask yourself, what will they say about me when I leave? Right? What will they say about me when I leave? So why am I here? What will I contribute? And what will they say about me when I leave? You should ask yourself those 3 questions anytime you walk into a room, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And you should never not contribute anything. You should always be bringing something to the table. You should never be silent either. Because if you remain silent, that means no one knows you're there. And if no one knows you're there, essentially you're undiscovered. Nobody can discover how valuable you are. Nobody can discover what you're worth if you're just silent and you fade into the background. So that's why you must never be silent. You have to use your voice, right? You have to use your voice. Because if no one can, if you remain silent, you remain undiscovered. And if you remain undiscovered, then nobody can discover what you're worth, right? And if people don't know what you're worth, they'll discount you. That's good, right? If people don't know what you're worth, they'll discount you. Somebody didn't catch that. You'll catch it when you watch it the second time. Don't worry about it. But guys, that's what I wanted to share with you this morning because I feel like that's so important. A lot of times we allow people to treat us a certain kind of way because we think we don't deserve to be treated any better. We don't know how much we're worth because when you know something is valuable, you treat it as such, right? So how many of you are walking around not knowing what you're worth and allowing someone to treat you like the Payless shoes when they should be treating you like the Jordans? Y'all not listening to me this morning. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. But guys, I'm so serious. This is such a good topic because I see so many people every day. I talk to so many people that are dealing with this. They don't realize it. A lot of times somebody will do something and you'll give them a compliment and they're just like, oh, that was nothing. They're discounting it because they don't know what they're worth. They don't know what their contribution was worth. So you got to stop doing that. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to demand to be treated as you should. I want you to demand to be treated as someone that is valuable because you are. Good morning, Kanisha. You jumped on right at the end unless that message is delayed. But guys, I want you guys to demand that. You can't let people treat you like you're worthless because you're not. You're valuable. And so until you see that, no one else is going to see that. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys this morning. If you missed this message, please go back and watch from the beginning because this is such an important message. This will help you if you can just realize that you are worth more than what you may think. All right? So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Good morning, Tamika. Thank you for jumping on. I don't know if you've been here the whole time or if you just jumped on, but I appreciate the like. Samuel, good morning, man. Y'all coming on here just because I came on here late one time. Y'all want to come on late, right? I was here on time this morning. Dang, one little incident. See how y'all do me? Y'all ain't right. Anyway, y'all go back and watch from the beginning if you just jumped on. I appreciate you guys as always. And right now, I'm going to tell you what I tell you every time. Get off of Facebook and get out there and be great on purpose today because I believe in you. I know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself and make the choice to be great. And remember, you are valuable, okay? You are valuable. So demand to be treated as such. All right? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have an awesome and amazing Monday. I will see you guys right back here Friday morning, 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'll see y'all throughout the week because I have an announcement to make, y'all. I got a big announcement to make probably tomorrow, though, okay? If I don't post about it today because I'm so excited. All right, guys, I'm out. See you guys later. Y'all have an awesome and amazing Monday.